Well, it's another day on the barn build. It's morning again, and it's kind of chilly. Yesterday we got this wall skinned, and the little wall over here that's kind of out of frame right there. Got that one done. So let's work on this one today or this morning, and then once we get this up, I will put the work on putting the cap rails on here. So it's looking pretty good so far. Let's keep going. Well, as you can see from the video and the difference of this clip and the intro, when I did the intro, I had already completed this back wall that you're looking at now. But I wanted to go back and show you the process that I went through to build this wall. So let's go through it. So what I'm doing here is just taking some standard 2x4 lumber. It worked out that it was the right size that I needed to just kind of make some spacers between those girts that are running horizontally and the boards that I want to put on horizontally. So I'm going to put these 2x4s. I've already put one on each side next to the 6x6 pole, and I'm just putting these in the middle to give the boards something to attach to, so that they won't be an opportunity for them to bow in the middle. And of course I have to get the level to make sure this board is plumb. I don't know why, but it drives me crazy to have something crooked. So I know it's probably overkill for this barn, but I always like to use my level to get things nice and plumb. It helps too when you're putting the screws in. If you know the screws are in a straight line, it's easier to get them in there and be consistent. I'm putting these screws in at an angle, and I'm being careful not to go too shallow of an angle. I don't want to drive the screw through that 2x6 into my metal and punch a hole into the metal. So you'll see me with you see me walking around there just to go, I better go and look and make sure I'm not going too deep. But I put them at a pretty shallow angle, and the second board I actually drive the screws in first and see how deep they go, and then back them out, and then put them back in. So, and these are 3.5 inch number 10 screws, so I could potentially go through that 2x6 if I'm not careful. But I got it up and did not punch a hole in the outside tin, so that was a good deal. And with those vertical spacer boards in there, I'm just going to start laying the big lumber in horizontally and bolting it in or screwing it in on each side. I'm using 3.5 inch number 10 screws on this to screw it in. And I'll just stack these on top of each other just like I did those center dividers. We'll go up to the top, and then once we get to the top, we'll work on a top cap to cap it all off. Because I'm going to come back in later and take another piece of angle. I'm not going to do the steel angle, but I'll put trim on the outside so it'll blend in, cut edges. Well, this wall went up pretty well. All I need to do is put a cap plate on it here. And I noticed that, coming up, I wound up a little bit short on the stacked boards. So I could do two things. I could either cut these off here and then put a board on top. But what that would do is then it would like back up against that 2x6 on the back and leave me some goofy little ledge back here. So I think what I'll do is rip me a piece to go in here, a small piece, and then I can put my cap on the top, and then I can go all the way back to this back 2x6. So we'll do that a little bit later. Right now, I'm gonna put in my cripples for this other side here. I don't know why I call those cripples. They're really not cripples, it's more of a stud. So I'll just put that right there. And then that gives me something to put my boards against. And it worked out well that the regular 3.5-inch 2x4 worked well, so that when I use my cut lumber, it goes right to the pole. So that worked out nicely. So let me put one here, and then I'll have to rip one for this side because I have a 2x6 here already. All right. Let's see what I need here to come out. Let's see, what do I need to leave myself? 2 inches. That is 4 inches, so I need a 2-inch board there. So maybe what I'll do is take one of my boards like this, turn it on its side, like this, and that should give me the 2 inches I need. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, so I need one of these 48 inches long, or 2 of them. Okay, so let's put this up here. There we go. Now, let's see if that's the same distance. That's gonna give us, more than 2 inches. Let's see, 2 right on the money. That's gonna be a little. It's okay there. I'll just it'll have to do. It'll stick out a little bit past this, I think, but it'll be all right. Okay, let's see. Yeah, that'll be all right. Yeah, that should work just fine. All right, let's start putting some boards on. Well, it's another day on the barn build. It's morning again. It's kind of chilly. Yesterday we got skinned, and the little wall over here that's kind of out of frame right there. Got that one done. So let's work on this one today or this morning, and then once we get this up, I will put the work on putting the cap rails on here. So it's looking pretty good so far. Let's keep going. Okay, now that we've got all our boards up, I need to measure for this little piece here that I need to rip for the top cap. That looks like it's 1 inch there. Yeah, about 1 inch all around. That looks a little higher there. Yeah, that's going to be a bear to rip a 1 inch piece that long, but we'll give it a try. Okay, let's do that. Let's see what we got to do over here. This is a little different, I think, over here. 1.5. Yeah, about 1.5. Okay, so let's do that. Let's see how we did here. Did we do good? Hey, we did good. Look at that. What do you know? It actually worked. Now this board was a little bent, but I'll put a screw in the end and it should be nice. Okay. That turned out better than I anticipated. Alrighty, let's see how this little one goes. Oh, nice, 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 nice. I've got my board here that I ripped down to fit. Let's see how it does. I had to use a 2x8 because a 2x6 wasn't wide enough. But like I said, I've got plenty. Okay, that looks pretty good. That board's a little bit bent, but I think when I put the screws in it, it'll be fine. So let's pop some screws in it. This time I'll use some long ones. Okay. Let's pull this down. Oh yeah, I think that's good. Looks like a little bent too, so maybe I'll pull it up and see if I can straighten it up. I don't know if I'll be able to pull this one straight like I did the other, but it's a little off. But I'll see. We'll try it. Let's see if I can pull this out just a hair. Put some screws here. Okay, I'm back. Charlie was barking at something, and he is not a barker, so when he barks, something's up. All right, let me see. Oh yeah, I think I can push it back. Come on, put some muscle in it. Oh yeah. Hoo-ah, there we go. Here's my piece I've cut to go in here. I've notched it to go around this piece. Let's see how she fits. Hey, there we go. Probably notched that a little far, but that's all right. Okay, put some screws in it. I pushed this piece down here a little bit. I had it kind of flush. I'm gonna push that. Yeah, I did push that down a little bit. Yeah, I don't know why. Raise it back up. Let's try that. Looks a little better. Okay. I was wondering why these boards didn't line up, the seams, because over here, these did line up. Let me show you. See, these are nice and lined up on the seams, but then I realized I have that bottom seal plate of pressure treated ground contact lumber down there, which made those even. And when I came over here, I didn't bring this up. I went to the top of the concrete instead of the top of that seal plate, which I could have done in hindsight, and it would have raised those up, but it's all right. It's not going to matter. Okay, so I ripped this little piece here to go in. So I just need to put some screws in it, and it should be good to go. All right, let's try the next one. Oh yeah, that looks a little better. I didn't cut it quite as deep there. Yeah, that looks good. Looketh goodeth. Okay. This is one stall finished now. So I've got the sides, interior walls coated now. Got my cap on here and on the sides. This all looks good. Now I just have 2 more stalls to do. It'll just be these walls on the next stall, and then the far stall I will have to do a wall like this. But I think it looks pretty good. Hey, for a rookie putting it together. Hey guys, it's another day on the barn build. Actually, it's another week. It's been about a week since I've been out here working. It's getting dark now, around 5 o'clock. So I don't really have any time to work in the afternoon. So this is Saturday. I'm out bright and early, hopefully to get some additional work done on the stalls. I'm using a new camera. This is a GoPro 12 black. So I'm trying to see how it does. I'm looking at the screen right now. It looks like it's a little dark, maybe because I have the door open in the back. But we're gonna try this out and see how it works. All right, guys, that's it for the stall, the interior of the stalls. I'll walk you around and show you what I've done, and then I'll show you what I'm going to be working on next. Okay, so again, just to recap, this is our first stall. We did these divider walls. We did the end caps here. We did the walls here with the tops on it. I still may come back and put a second layer of boards here so that it will look kind of like this. I still have my corner pieces to do. They're still on order. They should be in next week. That'll make it look more like this. This is angled iron to keep these stalls from moving, but on the corners I don't need that. I just want to give it a finished look. So that's stall number 1. Here's stall number 2. Same. And this is the one we worked on today. Stall number 3. And I think what I'm going to do with this wall is maybe just go on up the wall with these boards. What I'm going to do on these walls is I'm going to go up these walls with vertical boards stacked across to give it some different dimensions here. But since this wall, I really can't do it with this wall because of the 2x4 spacing here. I'll just need to go ahead and go up this wall with horizontal boards. Okay guys, that's it for this video of lining the interior of the stalls with my 2x6 rough cut lumber. The next step in this process will be adding some wood vertically on the outside of the barn to make it look a little nicer on that side. So be sure to join us for that, and so you don't miss that video, be sure you subscribe to the channel and hit that little notification button that notifies you anytime I post a new video. And also, if you like the video, if you hung in there this long, give it a thumbs up. It really helps the channel out a lot. Thanks again for joining us here on Thistle Hill Farmstead. We'll see you next time.